Good morning all. We'll begin the stream at 0 to 100. Okay, guys, so let's begin our analysis. So this is the news events for this week. We have FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. This is typically not that important. Only the FOMC statement is much more important and impactful than the FOMC meeting minutes. So we do not need to consider this as something important or will affect our price delivery. So we have CPI on Thursday and PPI on Friday, but these are very, very important and can be impactful for the price delivery. We may expect a Thursday reversal because of this CPI. So this is the news events for this week, and this is how we are going to push in ourselves. So coming back to the charts, this is our monthly charts of Euro USD and GBP USD. So what are we seeing here is price has taken out these relative equal lows, REL. In the monthly time frame, it has tapped into this inefficiency. So it is now currently headed for the buy side liquidity. This has been taken out. So price has tapped into this. We see in the monthly time frame. And now it is headed for this relative equal highs in the buy side. What about GU? We have a clear SMT with GU in the monthly time frame. SMT with EU. As this low is taken out in EU, whereas in GU it has not. So this is also a good sign that price is going to reverse up. This is empty. Yeah. This is that you see, but it never got tapped, and also this is a PDR ASMT. Nice. So where is the price headed? To the buy side. So this is where price is headed at. This is our monthly time frame. Switching to weekly now. So what do we see here? So where is the internal and external liquidity? So from the very recent price delivery, we can able to see that price is taking out the buy side liquidities, and it is coming down to take internal liquidity in the form of inefficiency, right? See, this buy side liquidity was taken out. This buy side liquidity was taken out again. So these are the external liquidities, and these inefficiencies are the internal liquidities. So the price has already taken the internal liquidity here. External taken out. Price came down to take internal liquidity. Now external is also taken out. So what is the ideal thing to expect right now is price to take out internal liquidity, but the internal liquidity is right here. This small weekly fair value gap. Okay. If this FEG has not been formed yet, So what we can ideally expect is price can still go up and take out the external liquidity again, because this candle is still developing and this is the current week's candle. Okay, so only when this candle is completely formed we can expect this FEG to be formed. I mean, we need 3 candles to form a FEG, right? So the third candle is still in development, so we cannot take this as good FEG, because it has not been formed yet. So we need to wait, and then only we could target the internal liquidity. Right now we don't have to consider this FEG as internal liquidity. Okay, yeah. So what is the ideal expectation is price can go up and still take the buy side liquidity, the external liquidity again, and then we can come down for internal liquidity, because in the lower time frame we already have taken the external liquidity and price has retraced to take the internal liquidity in the lower time frame, not in the weekly time frame. So right now in the weekly time frame we can expect price to take out external, and then once when the internal liquidity or the FEG has completed forming, we may expect a retracement to the internal liquidity. So this is weekly time frame. In GU, what is the case? So we have the same thing here. This fair value gap here, and it came down to take the internal liquidity. Now what we can expect is price to take out external again. Okay, here we have this BPR. We will be expecting price to trade into this level again, or probably break this level. So this is the expectation in the weekly time frame. So switching to the daily time frame. Okay. So this is the daily time frame. In daily time frame, it's quite clear that, see, there is no actual FEG here, but we have implied FEG, but we don't necessarily have to use that at this point. But also we have the SMT right here in the daily time frame. So this is the SMT with EU, and what we have is SMT with GU. Nice. So we have a clear SMT here. What is the next target is the buy side liquidity, because after taking external liquidity here, price has retraced to take internal liquidity. Okay, in GU also it took out these liquidity and tapped into this fair value gap right here. See, so what we can expect is price to take out the external liquidity again. So let's drop down to 4-hour time frame. In 4-hour also it's very clear, external is taken out, price is dropping down to take internal liquidity, and then it is moving to the upside. Same thing here, but we have the external liquidity being taken out in GU, but it is a SMT, so we are expecting higher prices in GU as well. Switching to 1 hour. Nice. See, we got the change in state of delivery here. This is the this could be the order block, and this is the breaker in the H1 time frame. So price traded into the order block. Nice. Okay. price has been traded into this order block, and see how the 2 and 2.5 standard deviations aligns with this buy side liquidity. This is key. So this is an again confirmation that we can look for longs. So what I'm currently expecting is between Wednesday to Thursday, before CPI on Thursday, I'm expecting this high to be taken out. Okay, when that is completed, we may expect a Thursday reversal. Either on Thursday or Friday, we may expect a reversal to the downside, and then price can go up again. So this is the ideal expectation I have for this week. So we can be bullish right now because we got this H1 change in state of delivery, and we have this order block being respected in the H1. So after this, right now we can expect higher prices. We can target these liquidities in the buy sides and trade until this high is being taken out, and after that we may expect a reversal. This is the expectation of mine as of now, and as price develops, we may have a change, or we may continue trading with this expectation. Switching down to M15. So what expectation I have right now is I have a bullish expectation because of this change in state of delivery. Okay, so when did we have this? Sunday 1700 open. Nice. Okay, so what we should ideally expect is we need to see some kind of manipulation that comes back to the true day open here, or we already have a breaker right here. Is this a manipulation? Yes, because it has taken down the liquidity and it has traded into this fair value gap here. So this can be treated as a manipulation. If price taps into this breaker again, this M15 breaker again, I think we may look for an entry from this point here, which will target the prices higher. Okay, this is nice. We may actually see price taking out this level by today itself. We don't have to wait for the next 2 days. Anyway, let's see. So this is my point of entry as of now. If I see price trading into this level, then I will look for longs and I will target my target will be 2 standard deviation 1.011, this level. This will be my target. I have given out my expectation now, so I'll be waiting for price to take out. I mean, tap into this level, this breaker right here, and then give for an give me an entry, and then I'm expecting price to trade up to this 2 standard deviations right here. So this is my current expectation as of now. If price makes any invalidation for this level, or if price makes another manipulation, we may look for a new standard deviation range, and we may place our target entries and targets based on the new manipulation level. So as of now, I'm expecting price to trade into this breaker, or potentially reach up to this 2-day open and then reverse up higher, or it may go up higher directly as well. But if it gives, if it comes back to this level, I'll be looking for a long entry here. This is my expectation, and I will wait for price to deliver either to my entry point here or to the target. If 2 standard deviation is already reached before entering this, before tapping into this breaker, then I will not look for an entry. Only until this level is not being traded through, I'll be looking for an entry at this area. If this has been already traded, then I will not be looking for an entry here. If you have any questions or any doubts regarding price delivery or any of the ICT concepts, basics of the ICT concepts, you can ask me. I'm not very well versed in the advanced ICT stuffs as well. I know something, not something, a bit, I have been experienced, I have been trading with ICT concept for the last 3 to 4 years. So I know a bit, I can say that I'm a bit well versed in the ICT concepts, but not with the current 2025 mentorship. I've not been following up regularly on that. So if you have any basic questions or intermediate to advanced questions on the ICT concepts, let me know. Ask in the chat, or ask in the chat. I'll try to answer to my level best. Hi, bro, trader. What are you looking for today? So, I'm looking for higher prices, bro. I just did my high time frame analysis, and I have come to a bullish bias in EU and GU. We have a SMT at the lows, and price made a hourly change in state of delivery here. So this is the target that I'm expecting to be reached for this week. It will be reached within today or tomorrow itself. Okay, yeah. So I was just checking if the audio is on or not. It is on. So as of now, see, we already have a manipulation for today's daily candle right here. So if price comes to this breaker right here, I'll be looking for a long entry from this point. It may come till the 2-day open as well, or it may go down, which is very unlikely because we already have a manipulation here. Here what happened is it has tapped into this fair value gap and it has taken out the liquidity as well. So I think this is a valid manipulation. So I'm going to look for a long entry from this breaker right here. After that, I'll be targeting this 2 standard deviation 1.11011 level. So what I'm expecting is a long from this point. If price comes to this breaker here, I will look for an entry. If price goes above to this level directly, then I will not look for an entry. As long as this 2 standard deviation level is not reached, I'll be looking for an entry from this breaker. This breaker will hold as long as this 2 standard deviation is not reached. So this is my game plan for today's London Open session. I'm waiting for it to trade and develop. I'll be taking an entry when price taps into this breaker right here. But if I see price going down and close below this main threshold level of this order block, of this M15 order block, then I'll be exiting my longs. Okay, so I'm not expecting price to, I am expecting price to tap into this main threshold because this aligns with the true day open, but I'm not expecting price to close below this true day open because that will be an invalidation for the long expectation that we have here. As long as we want to look for longs, we want to see price not closing below the true day open. That is a invalidation for longs. What about GU? So we have a current SMT at the highs because this high is already taken out in EU but not in GU, as we can see here. So we already have this liquidity being taken out under breaker formation here, but this is not quite satisfactory because of this move right here. This move does not display any kind of displacement to the upside, right? See, all these are small bodied candles with wick here. There is no clear displacement like we have on EU here, right? So that's why I'm a bit skeptical on taking trades on GU today, but I hope GU will reach the today open very sooner than EU, or this is also say something about it. I mean, we may see lower prices in GU or GU taking out the Asian lows, and then EU might be reaching the today open here. That can happen as well. So right now I'm only expecting to take a position on EU, not on GU, because GU does not look favorable. Only EU looks favorable for longs, and as long as it stays above the today open, as long as it closes above the today open, I'll be looking for longs. If it closes below the today open, I will not be looking for longs. So I'll just wait for price to develop. As of now, we will change our bias, or we will we will change our bias only if we see a close below this today open here. As long as that does not happen, we will be holding or looking for longs right now. So if you have any questions, please do let me know. I'll try to answer to my level best. Other than that, we'll be on if there is any other changes, I'll let you know. What is the expectations of, I mean, what are you expecting today, guys? Do let me know in the chat. How was your trading last week? Saravana bro, last week was a B week. It's okay bro, we'll definitely work on that, and we'll make this week a good one. I hope you're journaling all your trades, so it'll be easy for us to review, and we can find other mistakes in our executions. If it is in our executions, we can fix it. If it is in our model, we can fix it. So only if we are journaling properly, we'll be able to track our progress, track our performance, and we'll be able to fix the errors. So it's highly important that we journal it. So if I hope you're journaling it, because I know you are a good trader, you are an aspiring trader. So yeah. Broke a rule of number of trading days before NFP costed me profits I made. It's okay bro, it's okay. Journal this, we'll definitely work on this, and we'll try to fix it in the future. No trading day before NFP, right? But we did catch good moves before NFP, no? We did catch trades on NFP itself. See, Friday was the NFP, right? Yeah, this is Friday. Yeah, we took this. We were expecting shorts here, that was taken out, and on day before NFP, this was the Thursday. What expectations did we have on this day? Right. We were looking for longs from this breaker, but we did not get an entry here. Okay. See, this SMT was there in it was there on Thursday. Yeah, and we were looking for longs from this breaker right here, but we didn't get that long. And then in the envoy session, we were looking for shorts from this breaker right here in GU. Yeah, we were not expecting price to reach it, as this was not a high probability reversal, but price did reach on that day. Thursday NQ chopped me. I have not looked at NQ for a while, bro. You have asked me about NQ. I'll definitely look at NQ by today or tomorrow, and I will update you. Okay. Trader. Yeah, last week was good. My bias was right, but entry was kind of fugly, so down minus 3%. 3% per week is a very high amount of risk that we can take in a week, bro. I'll explain you a risk management model that will help in reducing your risk percent. Reducing your total loss as well. See, that risk management goes like this. That risk plan. See, for your first trade, you will risk 1%. Okay, and if it is a loss, you have to cut the risk by half for the next trade. Okay. Second trade risk will be 0.5%. Third trade if the second trade is also a loss, then what you have to do is you have to cut down the risk by another. You have to cut down the risk further by half, like 0.25% for the third trade. So for the fourth trade, you can either follow 0.25% or you can cut down the risk further by half and trade with 0.125 or 0.12%. Okay, so what will how this will help us is it will reduce the total risk, right? If you are constantly risking 1% and if you are trading 3 trades, and if all those 3 trades were SL hits, what will be the net loss? That will be 3%. Okay, in this way, if you are taking 3 trades for this risk management plan, and if all the 3 trades were a loss, then what will be your net loss here? It will be 1 plus 0.5 plus 0.25. The net loss will be somewhere around 1.75%. Okay, so this is the risk management plan suggested by ICT. So this will help in controlling our risk. As long as we control our risk and we keep the capital well safe from the drawdowns, we can trade as long as our capital is there, right? So it's very it's highly important that we preserve our capital. So 3% risk or 3% losing 3% per week is not accepted. Your maximum risk or maximum loss per week should be 2% or less than 2%. So try to follow this one, bro. So this one will help you in managing your risk and saving your capital from drawdowns. Currently, I'm looking at you for create the 4-hour change in state of delivery. So, okay, bro, let me go and check that. 4 hours. Okay, are you expecting to trade above this high? I'm having the same expectation as well, but for intraday time frame, I'm expecting price to give an entry at this point and target this level here, which is above this high. Once this happens, the 4-hour change in state of delivery will also happen. If you have any other questions or any other doubts regarding trading, do let me know, guys. If we don't see price coming to our entry point, we will not be chasing price. We will not be looking for any alternative entry. What we are going to do is we are going to trade only one model, that is the daily power of 3, and our ideal plan is to spot a manipulation and to trade based on that manipulation. We'll be entering at the breaker of the manipulation and we'll be targeting 2 standard deviation here. This is going to be the one plan or trading model that I'm going to follow, and I'm going to trade only this, because if we keep changing the models, we'll tend to lose or we'll tend to confuse between things. We'll tend to make mistakes. So to avoid that, I'm going to focus only on one model, and I'll aim for making I'll aim for making 4 hours per week. That will give me 12 hours per month. So if I get in order for me to make 4 hours per week, I just need to take 2 trades that will give me 2 hours each. So if I don't get a trade today, that will be fine. I am aiming only to take high probability trades, just 2 high probability trades per week. So we don't have to worry if this does not give us an entry. We don't have to chase this. Let it come to us or let it go to the target. If it comes to us, we'll take an entry. If it doesn't come, we will not chase the entry. Okay, this is the game plan, guys. Okay, Matt saying that we might just take off now because we in the 30-minute mitigation. Yeah, that can happen. But I'm also expecting price to come to this breaker right here. This one. Because this is more relevant to today's daily power of 3 candles delivery. So I'm expecting price to tap into this breaker here after 2, not before 2. Okay, Matt is saying that, yeah, but if there is a bullish CISD, you can already just enter. We can do that, but I'm just looking to enter at a better price. So this, according to me, is the better price here. I don't want to enter here to chase my entry. That is not the ideal entry plan for me. So this entry point will give me a better risk to reward than the current entry point here. So that's why I'm not taking the entry. I think in GU we'll get a new manipulation. See, what has happened here is price has rated this liquidity, and if it closes above this point right here, we may look for longs from this breaker, targeting 1.30152, this level. Okay, trader says that I'm waiting for H1 FEG tap. Let's go to H1. Okay, there is this hourly fair value gap 1 right here, and there is a very small FEG right here. Yeah, that can work as well. But we are not sure if it will be tapped or not, because price seems to be very bullish today. Let's see. Right now I'm looking for a close above this breaker right here. If it closes above this high, then I'll be looking for an entry from the breaker, and I'll target 2 standard deviation here. 1.30152 will be my target in GU if price closes above this level right here. We have another 5 minutes and 30 seconds left for this candle's close, if I am expecting it to close higher. Okay guys, we don't have a close above the breaker here, but I'm going to take this entry because I think this is valid. If we had a close above this breaker here, it would have been really high probability, but that doesn't mean that this is going to be a low probability one. This may not be high probability, but this is acceptable. So I'm taking a long from this point onwards, this breaker here at this candle. So I'm expecting higher prices here. One other reason why I'm going to go with this one here, because we have this liquidity right here. It's only slightly taken out, so I'm expecting higher prices because of this equal highs here. And also we have very small imbalances here which could be easily traded through. Yeah, so let's see. I have taken a long here, so my invalidation level will be, so this mean threshold of this one. So this is going to be my invalidation level. If I see a candle close below this level, I'll be closing my long positions. As long as price does not close below this level, I'll be holding my longs. Okay, math is saying that 1M does that mean 1 minute? Breaker on EURUSD plus EQ, equilibrium. I'm not following math. Are you referring to this breaker right here on the 1 minute? It's a breaker on 5 minute as well. Okay, 1 minute. Great. This one. Yeah, can work, but I have not backtested this kind of trades. Yeah, it is aligning within our range here. It can work, but I'm not very sure about it. Let me just switch to the H4 power of 3 here. Yeah, this might work, but I'm not very sure. I have not backtested this kind of trades, so I'm not very sure about it. Check the EQ. I'm not following on the EQ mat. Which equilibrium are you referring to? And that leg up. Check the EQ. Oh, this one. Are you referring to that this breaker and equilibrium of this range aligns with each other? Okay, I have never tried or traded on this model, so I'm not very sure about it, Matt. Oh, are you from Monster Lab? Great. Hi, Lindy V. Free. This is the M15 time frame. Hi, Lindy V. Perry. Welcome to my stream. You are saying that you are new to trading. Okay. You can learn the basics from many of the YouTube videos that are available on the YouTube. After you learn the basics, you can still keep watching my stream and you can pick up very easily from this. If you have any questions or doubt, do let me know in the chat. I'll answer you. Okay, this IFAGC is supporting price. It is not letting price to close below the CE, which is a good sign. In the M5 time frame, price has reached this breaker as well, but I will not be trading this move. I'll just tape rate this move as of now because I have not seen consistent result in the M5 time frame. My model works well in the M15, and I need to backtest the M5 time frame first in order for me to trade it. So as of now, I'm just tape rating this move here. I'll also be watching out the M15 time frame for my trade right here. If I see a close below the main threshold of this order block, I will close this trade, and I will not look for longs as of now in GU. I will look for other kind of manipulations, like if I see price to close below this level, below this two-day open here, I may be looking for shorts. But I do not expect that to happen because the high time frame is not bearish. But today being Monday, we can expect some consolidation to happen, so we may see a lower prices if price moves down today. Okay, it all depends on the manipulation that we get. So let's see. Okay, price is trading below the main threshold of this order block. We have another 11 minutes left. We should ideally do not see a close below this main threshold here. Price can trade below the main threshold, but we should not see a close below the main threshold here. Okay, if we want to be bearish today, what should we ideally see? If we want to be bearish today, we should ideally see a close below this particular level here, and also we want to see a close below the two-day open. If we see a close below the two-day open, we can take bearish positions and may look for shorts. What is the 2 standard deviation level from this point? It's right here. Okay, if I see a candle close below this level, I'll be looking for shorts, and I will still hold my level as long as I see a close below the mean threshold. When this candle closes, if it closes below the mean threshold here, I will if it closes below the main threshold, I will close my long positions, and I'll wait for price to close below the today open and this level right here. If I see a close here, then I will look for shorts. Managing our risk is everything, guys. In trading, we do not worry about being right at all the times. We cannot be right at all the times, right? We have expectation from the high time frame analysis, and we take a trade based on that. And it is not necessary to be right at all the times. What as a trader we have to do is we need to manage our risk very well. We should not worry about the wins and losses in this game. Okay. So there should be no amount of emotions involved if we take a SL hit in any of the trades. Okay, what we have to do is we need to manage our risk very well. I have already explained about the risk management plan, where we risk a maximum of 1% for every trade, and after a stop loss hits, we have to reduce our risk by half. So if you are trading with 1% risk for this trade, and if I get a SL hit, or if I close it break even, if I close it a small loss, then what I have to do for the next trade is I have to reduce my risk to by half. Like I have risked 1% before, then for the next trade I'll be risking only 0.5%. So if that trades hit a profit and I make 2R in that trade, I'll be making 1%. So when the loss is recovered, I'll be increasing my risk to 1%. If that trade is not a profit, and if it is a SL hit, or if I take a loss again, what I have to do next is I have to reduce the risk further down by half. So for the third trade, I'll be reducing half of 0.5%. That will be 0.25%. So I have to repeat the same process until I reach my minimum risk. What is my minimum risk? My minimum risk is either 0.25% or 0.12, 1/4, or 0.25% or 0.125% of my net risk. Okay. So that will be my least risk. I'll be trading with my least risk if I get into a drawdown streak. Every trader will go through a drawdown streak. It doesn't mean that his logic is flawed or his analysis is flawed. The problem can be with any place. It can be with the analysis. It can be with the mistake in the analysis, or with the mistake in the execution as well. So we need to control a risk very well in order to be successful in trading. So that is what you have to keep in mind. You don't have to worry about taking a loss or anything. Just don't get any of the emotions involved here. Don't let fear or don't let greed into this trading. Okay, that is the only way to reach really great goals in trading. So don't worry about anything. Don't let emotions involved in trading. Only rules. So we have another 5 minutes left, 4 minutes and 20 seconds left for this candle close. If it closes below the main threshold, I will be closing my long position with a small loss here. If it doesn't close below the main threshold, I will still hold for a long, and I will expect higher prices or wait for candle to close below the below the main threshold of the order block for my trade to get invalidated. So this is my game plan as of now. Okay, last 1 minute left for this candle's close. Price is currently above the main threshold of the order block, but it can still close below the main threshold. If it closes, I'll be closing my long positions, as that invalidates my longs here. I am expecting a close above the main threshold for my longs to hold and reach higher prices. So let's see. Let's wait another 30 seconds to know what is going to happen. Okay, it has moved up. Moved above the IFAGC as well. That is a good sign. Really good sign. It needs to close. The close is more important than price moving up and below. That is definitive. In another 10 seconds, we'll know what is happening. Okay, we are going to hold this trade for another 15 minutes. We'll see if we see a close below the mean threshold in this candle. We'll not be looking for longs. We'll close our long positions, and if price moves above, then that is fine for us. Yeah. As long as price closes above the main threshold of this order block, there is still possibilities for price to go above to the 2 standard deviations of this manipulation here. So if it closes below this main threshold, then we'll not be looking for longs. Okay, if we see a close below the mean threshold for this, mean threshold of this order block, what we should do? We should not be looking for longs. Then, what we can do then is we can wait for price to close below the 2-day open and this level here. Okay, as I have already explained, if that happens, if price closes below the 2-day open and this level, we can look for shorts. We can take entry at this breaker right here and we can target lower prices, ideally this 2 standard deviation here. So that is my view. If price changes the current position, I mean if it is closes below the mean threshold and if it closes below the 2-day open, I will be looking for shorts. Guys, if you have any questions or doubts, do let me know in the chat box. Okay, we have another 5 minutes left for this candle's close. If it closes below the main threshold of the order block, I'll be exiting my longs here. That is still the scenario here. Two minutes and 30 seconds for this candle's close. I think price will take out this low right here in GU, whereas in EU it will reach a 2-day open, and then price can move up. Which is high probability in out of these both? We have equal highs here, so taking a short here is not a good idea. So even if price closes below the 2-day open here, we will be seeing some kind of SMT here, and we also have liquidity built up above this highs here, so taking a short is definitely not a high probability for GU. So either we can take a trade, we can take a long for EU, or we have to see price holding up above the main threshold of this order block in GU. If both of these conditions do not happen, then it's better to close trading for the day. Okay, this is the last 1 minute for this candle's close. Let's see what is going to happen. Okay guys, I have exited my longs in GU. So as we got a close below the main threshold of this order block, this is no longer high probability. So I have closed my longs here. Right now I'm expecting for price to reach this breaker or this two-day open here. I am looking to take an entry from either of these places, targeting higher prices in EU. I'm not going to take another trade in GU for today. I have previously explained why I am not taking a short here, because of this buy side liquidity here. Price can take out this liquidity and it can still reverse up upside, because when price takes out this liquidity, we'll be getting a SMT with EU, because EU is not very close to this level and we have a lot of PDRAs which will act as high resistance for price to move past it. So when price takes out this low in GU, I'm not expecting that to happen in EU. So that would produce a SMT and which would propel price up higher. As we have buy side liquidity built up here, it will be GU can easily move up and take out this buy side liquidity. So that's why taking a short here is not a good idea. Price can still move up and go up higher, because in most of the cases when price closes below the mean threshold, it generally takes out the SL, but it doesn't mean it happens at all the times. But I still follow this rule because I want to save myself from the losses I make. So that's why I closed when price closed below this mean threshold. So these are my rules. My rules help me prevent myself from making losses and making mistakes. So that's what I have did here. So what if price closes above the mean threshold of this order block? Would I take a long entry again? No, because once it has proved me that it is not high probability, then I will not take an entry based on the same setup again. No, only one trade for one model, for one setup. Okay, if that setup has proved me wrong once, then I will not be taking an entry, because that would be like chasing entries, right? We have made some kind of loss because of this move here. So I don't want to waste another entry on this model right here. If it goes to TP, that is okay. I'm fine with missing my trades, but I don't compromise in chasing trades and making a loss again. That is a really bad habit. I will not develop that kind of habits. I will not be practicing that kind of things. So I have already explained. Right now, what I want to see is if price comes to this breaker, I'll look for an entry for a long from this breaker here. As of GU, I will not take any kind of entries in GU now, because I've clearly explained why I don't want to take a short and why I'm not interested in long as well. So right now I'm only watching EU. If it gives me an entry by tapping onto this breaker before 5 a.m. today, then I'll look for a long. Or if not, then I'll reconnect back at 700 for the NY kill zone. Then I'll see if price gives me the entry here, or if it makes another manipulation range which would take me, which would give me an entry and a target. So let's see. uh, I'm going to keep a track of how many hours that I'm going to make for the week, guys. So as of now, today I have made -1 hour because of this loss here. This is not entirely -1 hour because only if my stop loss which was placed here, if it is taken out, it's an actual -1 hour. I have closed somewhere around like 0.75 or 78 hour. That is fine. I mean, I'll keep it as -1 hour itself because this is just for keeping track of these stats. But in my actual account, it's somewhere around 0.75 or 0.78 hour. It's not actual 1 hour only. I closed at 75% of this region, right? So it's actually much lesser in my real account. But just for tracking purposes, we'll be rounding it to -1 hour. So I'll be making track of the trades that I'll be taking for the rest of the week, and I'll see if I can make 4 hour this week. Okay, for this I need to take at least 3 trades now. 3 trades, that gives me 6 hour, so that I mean after this -1 hour I'll get a net of 5 hour. So my target for the week is 4 hour. Let's see if I can make this or not. Okay guys, see here the price is very close to the initial SL of ours, and we do not see a candle close below the 2-day open yet. So it also proves that taking our entry, closing our position after we see a close below the main threshold is still valid for this trade as well. So it's good. Let's see. See guys, we also have a manipulation here. Alright, so this moves up higher, takes out external liquidity, and it breaks down lower. So it's not ideal for us to take a long entry here. Let's wait. If we okay, it aligns with this low as well. It's quite tricky as of now if we want to take a short here. If we see a candle close below this level, then we can look for a short targeting 2 standard deviation here. Wait for a candle close, and I'll be taking a short here. Okay, trader is asking GU looks weak though. Yeah, it looks weak, but we do not have any liquidity level aligning with 2 standard deviations. See, if you plot our standard deviation range for GU, the 2 standard deviation level comes around here. There is no liquidity that aligns with the 2 standard deviation level in order for it to make a high probability. So that's why I'm avoiding GU today. I'm expecting EU to take out this low here because it can happen. So let's see if it closes below. If EU closes below this low here, then I will look for a short entry from this breaker. See, we have a bullish breaker here, so it is highly possible for price to come lower, tap into this breaker, then go to this breaker and then drop lower. Why I'm not expecting bullish breaker to hold is today, considering time today being Monday, we can be consolidating for today, and we can be making the high or low of the week, initial high or low of the week tomorrow, and then we can propel up higher. On Thursday, we can reverse as well. So that scenario can fold out as well. So right now I'm bearish because of this manipulation right here. So I need a clear candle close below this level for me to look for short, and I'll be entering only at this breaker here. My stop loss will be at this level, and I'll be targeting 1.088007, which aligns with the previous low here, 1.08814. trader is asking, so you will risk like 1% or 0.5%. I have already hit minus 1 hour here, so I'll be going with 0.5% for this trade. And if this turns out to be a loss, then I'll risk 0.25% for my next trade. Okay guys, I'm looking for a short entry from this breaker here in EU. I'm targeting 1.08807. It is because of this manipulation that we have had here. I'm expecting this low to be taken out in EU. So let's see. I have also got the confirmation here. So for the invalidation level, we have this order block here, this last up close candle. If I see price closing above the mean threshold of this order block, I'll be exiting my shots here. I'm not expecting that to happen. So let's see. Mean threshold, it's right here. Let's just remove all old drawings. So let's see. This breaker is my point of entry. Okay. So all I'm expecting is price to tap into this breaker and move down lower. So let's see if we get this entry and get this trade. Okay guys, we are still expecting price to reach this breaker here. Let's see if we get the entry. Okay guys, entry is triggered. Let's see what happens now. Price has tapped into the breaker in GU as well. Okay, Matt has asked a question. Why are you shorting? So I'm shorting because of this manipulation here. These relative equal highs has been taken out, and price can be going down lower. Today being Monday, we may see some kind of a consolidation or a bearish price action, and then later we may see price making a low of the week and moving up higher. Just because the high time frame is bullish, that doesn't mean that we can't be tracking bearish trades here. I see a clear manipulation here that would lead me to 2 standard deviation, and this 2 standard deviation aligns with this low here. So this to me is a high probability trade, so I have taken this. Okay, guys, I'll close my stream here because we have reached the London end of the London Open. So I'll possibly stream by today 7 a.m. for the envoy session as well. Because I want to continue. Where I left off from here. We'll be having some kind of price action here, whether it can move down or it could have moved up and closed above the empty of order block, or it could have taken out this high as well, which I don't expect this to happen. I'm expecting price to move down lower. So we'll meet again today at 7 a.m. For the envoy session to continue the remaining of this trade. Okay. Bye guys. Take care. We'll see you back again at